Impact on accounting equation: purchased plant and machinery for rupees 500 in cash. Okay, so you are given an accounting equation. Let us first scan through it to see what all is given. So in the particulars you have balances. The starting balance is there. For cash we have 2000 rupees. That is all what we have on the asset side. On the liabilities plus capital side, what we have is capital of 2000. So to start with, what is the sum of asset? The sum of assets is 2000. This is the only balance, and liabilities plus capital is also 2000. So our accounting equation, let's just write it down. Assets is equal to liabilities plus capital. Now what is happening in the present case is that we have purchased plant and machinery. So we have purchased plant and machinery. For what? For cash. Okay, and how much have we paid? We have paid 500. Now if you see in this case, which are the two accounts which are being affected? We have been discussing time and again that every accounting entry impacts at least two accounts, right? So in this case it is plant and machinery first, and cash is the second account which is getting affected, right? And both of these, as we know, are asset account, right? So effectively what I am trying to point out here is that both the accounts are affecting only the left hand side of the equation. There is no change in the liability. Okay, there is no change in the capital. We are just purchasing one asset, and in order to purchase it or to get it, we are giving up another asset, right? So when I purchase plant and machinery, what will happen? I will get plant and machinery in business. So I will create one asset. So I write plant and machinery. Sorry, there's not enough space, so I'm just leaving it at M. So how much is the value of the plant and machinery? It is 500, right? Since the plant and machinery is coming in, it is increasing in value, so I add a plus here, right? But as I get this plant and machinery, I am paying cash, paying rupees 500 in cash. When I pay cash, what will happen? The existing balance that I had for cash is going to be reduced by 500, right? Once this balance is reduced, what will happen? Instead of 2000, I will have 2000 minus 500, or 1500 worth of cash. I will have a new asset in the form of plant and machinery for 500. My liabilities plus capital side, or the other side of the accounting equation, remains unchanged. There is no change here. Okay. So if you see again, once you do the totals for these two, on the asset side we get 1500 plus 500, which is nothing but 2000. On the liability side again you have 2000 worth of share capital, which remains as it is. So there again the accounting equation holds true. The total of asset, which is 2000, is equal to the total of liabilities plus capital, right? Now let me do a little bit of a variation here. Let's say, for example, instead of cash, I would have purchased this on credit. Okay. So again, for plant and machinery, everything remains the same. You are getting a new plant and machinery. You are paying 500. So the asset increases by that amount, right? But when you purchase an asset on credit, what happens? Your liability goes up. So let's say you purchased on credit from X. When you have purchased it on credit from X, you have to pay X how much? 500 rupees, right? So there is an increase in the liability by 500. Now let us see how this is going to impact my accounting equation, right? So I got an asset in the form of plant and machinery for 500. So I will increase this by 500, right? This is what it was earlier also, this is what it remains even now. But at the same time, I have a due to X for 500. My liability is increasing. And where is the liability? Liability is on the other side, on this side. So I will write here that I have X is the person to whom I owe 500. Again, my liability is increasing, right? So this is how, if it is purchased on credit, it is going to impact on me for the accounting equation. Again, let me do the total of the asset side. This is 2000. This is 500, both of them plus 500 plus 2000 plus. If you do the total, 500 plus 2000 will give you 2500. 500 plus 2000 will give you 2500. Again, the accounting equation holds. The total of asset side is equal to total of the liabilities plus capital. Right? So that is how the accounting equation impacts purchase of plant and machinery.